So good question. So in 2007, I was at Deutsche Bank and I had just structured Nuveen, First Data, US Foods, Ceridian, and a bunch of LBOs. Back in '07, the risk of the sort of financial markets was tied up in 7 or 8 firms, right? 7 or 8 firms were the majority of risk takers when a company bought another business or did a capital plan. It was very concentrated. What Dodd-Frank, and so when it crashed, and by the way, that concentration only got more because they levered their balance sheets. So if you look at JP Morgan, Bear Stearns, all these, they were levered 30-1 on their balance sheets, and they lent that to potential LBOs and leveraged financings. And that when that market crashed, the legislation, they created what was called Dodd-Frank, and they said basically banks were going to manage that risk going forward because it created systematic risks in the banking system. And so what happened is once Dodd-Frank came out, the banks could no longer underwrite those high risk, highly levered deals. And so that activity had to go somewhere, right? And so then you had the evolution of private credit firms and asset managers like us who basically are now taking on that part of the lending process and activity. And that's been the growth of private credit. And that's been the growth of, how these deals have gotten done. Now the banks still do it, but they don't do it to the extent they were doing in '07. So that gives you some background on it.